Hello and welcome to the Of Myths and Men podcast, the only podcast to say to all of the fans out there, ho ho whore! You traitors! I know you're listening to other pods!
Yeah.
But yeah, this is your Christmas shit, so enjoy this episode because it's 5 days to Christmas. And I'm your host, and my present to you is this episode, even though I know you're all cheating on this podcast.
Merry Christmas.
And I'm joined by co-host Dylan Blumenberg.
My gift to you is my presents. See what I did there?
That's it. You stole that joke. I used that earlier in the season. Just saying.
Did you really?
100% did.
I've also said that joke like 10 times.
Joke thief.
Why don't you pull a Christmassy and...
And we are happy to have
Gross,
special
fancy.
guest and part-time Batman voice, Valia Jehoda, with us today.
Where are they? Where's the trigger? Where is it?
Our podcast brings together 3 unknowledgeable individuals who spend a day pretending to be experts on mythology. Each week, we will discuss a different god or creature, rotating out the lead mythologist. We will discuss its habits, its attitudes, we will tell a tale, and we will end on a debate on who would win in a mythological fight club. And today's lead mythologist will be myself. So, Christmas, 5 days away. This is our Christmas episode. So in the holiday
Ding,
cheer,
baby.
I got us a Christmas creature. That's right.
Was it Kris Kringle?
This very merry gentleman, he came here, not really, just in the vocal way, in the oral storytelling. It's the star of Christmas himself, Mr. Krampus. Y'all heard of this gent?
Yeah. Is he the Grinch's cousin?
I don't know. He might be. Krampus, he does what Santa's too afraid to do. Instead of some passive-aggressive gift-giving to punish bad children, he just goes all out. He carries chains, which he thrashes around for dramatic effect, but doesn't actually harm anyone with them. Instead, he has switches that he just hits the children with. And I am talking about the game system, not a long stick. And or a whip, if you're really
Ball.
bad. A whip
You're
you.
talking about the game system again, right?
Yes.
What
Sure.
about Belschnickel?
Belch.
Is he
Let's not
the
get into
same?
that.
Yeah. That's for episode 100.
Hmm.
If you're an absolute monster of a child, he actually appears with a basket on his back in which he will load the child into it. And then he'll either, depending on the day, drown it, eat it, or bring it to hell.
Why does he have the door to hell?
I think a lot of people do. He's probably best friends with Cerberus. Probably just
Cerberus?
hop in and out. Cerberus. The company. The server company.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Get your paw.
Now to help elaborate just how scary this would be if you were a child. Now imagine, first of all, you're getting shoved into a basket to be drowned, eaten, or brought to hell. Not sure what you do to get to that punishment, but you must be pretty bad. But not only that, it's not just some random person doing it. Krampus is a horned anthropomorphic figure that's described as a half-goat, half-demon. And that's scary. He's also friends with St. Nicholas.
All right.
And he kind of originates from Central Europe. There are some variations to his looks, but a lot of them share some common physical characteristics such as hairy, brown or black, cloven hooves, and goat horns. His long, pointed tongue lolls out because apparently he never worked much on his tongue muscles, so it just hangs there. And he has
So
fangs.
he's not eating the pussy. Am I right, ladies?
Yeah, he doesn't have much control over his tongue. He has to move his neck to do anything. He's also not a big fan of ice cream for that.
Yeah.
All these horrible things about him, and there are actually several festivals that celebrate his name, usually called Krampuslauf. Apparently, because all you need to do to get a festival named after you is punish other people's children. So take that as a lesson, folks. I want you, after listening to today's episode, I want you to go out into the world somewhere, and I want you to spread the gift of punishment. You see a little kid doing something bad, just hit him with a game system, and report back to us with a 5-star review. Yeah. In addition to that, there's actually custom greeting cards called Krampus Karten that you can just give people. I have an example of one that literally just him shoving a kid into a basket. So I don't know if that's like a threat. If you're supposed to send it to a kid who's misbehaving as like, hey, you can die, kid. I can get you killed. Or what, but that's an option.
He was the best of us.
What type of basket? Wicker?
Yeah.
Good choice.
Mm-hmm.
I like a bamboo woven basket, personally.
You can reuse that wicker basket after you drown them kids.
Yeah.
Hell, probably not hell. Can't reuse that hell basket.
You can just bring it around with you wherever you want. I mean, carry fruits in it. Yeah, I mean, if you drown someone, it doesn't leave a lot of residue, so it's not going to get messy. Maybe a little wet, but not messy.
Oh, it'll get messy, all right.
Not actually. You better tell us where the other trucks are. But
Where are
this
they?
podcast.
Where's the trigger?
Where's Rachel, though? We'll move right on. If you want to know more about Krampus, he's very basic. He just punishes bad kids, and yeah, he's like anti-Claus, basically. There is a movie about him called Krampus. It stars, what's his name? Adam Scott? He's in Parks and Rec. That's right.
Correct. Yeah. He was also in Party Down.
You should, go watch that.
Party
And then-
down. Great.
And then tell them that you watched it because of this podcast, and they might, throw us a bone. Mythology was created through an early form of storytelling, so we like to spend a little bit of time delving into a tale that involves our subject. We will be a little bit more in-depth with analyzation to better understand the story, and each week you'll have a tale to bring home to tell your naughty child who just got beaten by a half-goat, half-demon, your good child who got nice presents, and the husk of your life now that one child got stolen away and murdered by some crazy lunatic.
That's happened to me before.
I know, right? It's the worst.
It's not ideal. Not ideal.
No, you don't. No one wants that. So don't raise your kids horribly, folks. Just don't. And I got a good one for you guys. It's a little longer, so we went through the first part a little quicker, hopefully. This tale involves little Jimmy and his time of being a bad boy. Bad boy.
He's a bad, bad boy.
Little Jimmy had started the evening fast asleep, the evening in question being Christmas Eve. This was not unusual or unexpected. In fact, being Christmas Eve, it was equally usual and expected that at 1 minute past midnight, little Jimmy woke up in eager anticipation for them Christmas presents. As many of his friends were doing at the same moment, little Jimmy was wondering if Father Christmas, or as some people call Santa Claus or St. Nicholas, had yet visited. He further wondered what gifts might appear under the Christmas tree or in the stockings at the end of his bed. He had absolute confidence that Father Christmas would not only visit, but also leave gifts that he could enjoy in the coming days. Little Jimmy lay in his bed, being as quiet as he possibly could, until finally he heard the soft creaking of the floorboards outside his room. In his excitement, he completely forgot the advice his parents had given him many times through the year. "Jimmy, be good, or else you will have no gifts for Christmas." "Jimmy, put that down now. If you keep on like this, there will be no Christmas gifts for you."
Put it down, Jimmy.
"Jimmy, leave your sister alone, or Christmas will be canceled. No gifts for you." "Jimmy, if you hit her one more time."
Don't hit women, Jimmy.
As little Jimmy sat in the bed to eagerly watch the door and catch Father Christmas in the act of delivering his presents, he forgot what his sister, little Allie, had told him only a few hours earlier. "You're so mean, Jimmy," she had spluttered through tears as she held her arm, which had just been twisted painfully behind her. "It would serve you right to get no gifts at all." You like that voice acting? I thought it
That was pretty good.
Who was it? Was there a
I
little
thought you
girl
had
in here?
Sarah come in and do that.
What the hell was that?
What little Jimmy had not considered is that little Allie was correct, and he really did not deserve the gifts he presumed to be just beyond his bedroom door. He had not considered at all that his bad behavior might result in punishment rather than reward. He only considered this as the door opened. In the sliver of moonlight that came through the bedroom door, he could see the doorway a beast of magnificent proportions, with long horns and cloven hoofs. It was a monstrously beautiful and fiercely savage. Although little Jimmy wished to scream, he found his throat dry, and his voice was stolen by his fear. Little more than a gasp came out as the creature took a few short strides from the door to his bed, pulling out a sack from over his shoulder. Sometimes it's a sack instead of a wicker basket. It depends on the day, I guess. If he's in a hurry, a sack might be a little easier. Little Jimmy's eyes widened in fear as the sack came down over him, and he could not help but be intrigued and disturbed that the beast's face resembled that of his sister. The creature turned and strode from the room, back down the stairs and out of the house with the silent little Jimmy slung over his shoulder. Little Allie stood watching it leave, no fear apparent, for she had no reason to be scared of the same fate. As they left the house, little Allie whispered after them, "Merry Krampus, Jimmy. Merry Krampus."
The
Very touching
children
story.
sing their song, ding dong, ding dong.
Was Jim Carrey in that one?
He was Jimmy.
He was Jimmy?
Yeah,
He was Jimmy.
He was little Jimmy?
grew up to be Jimmy.
Wowee.
He grew up to be a small child.
He grew up to be that child.
I want to take a moment, though. There's a couple of things in here that I wanted to bring up. First of all, it seems that Krampus has some sort of ability. I wanted to discuss. It looked like so his face took on the look of Jimmy's sister, little Allie, and I'm wondering what you guys think. If that's a transformative ability, or do you think that was an illusion that he can cause?
I think Jimmy was high as fuck listening to Joe Rogan Experience, and he didn't
You
know
talking
what he
about-
was seeing.
Little Ellie Mustard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with what you said on that.
I stick by that he was high as fuck. So
Wait, what are you agreeing with? The high as fuck, or that it could be two other things?
It could be two things.
he could also be high as fuck.
The other one is I wanted to talk a little bit. What do you think Krampus did? Do you think he ate him, drowned him, or brought him to hell?
I'd like to think that he ate him as a punishment for
Yeah, he
little
definitely
Jimmy
ate him.
eating all those munchies while he was baked out of his gourd.
Yeah, you shouldn't do drugs, especially weed.
Well,
it's the devil's
I mean, let's
smoke.
not go too far at
Do
him.
heroin, kids, not weed. All right?
Yeah, heroin's the only good one for you.
It's a man's
That's
drug.
why they call women who are heroes heroines.
It's true.
It's very true.
It's what happens when you do enough heroin.
You don't hear anyone mentioned as a marijuana in.
You don't
Yeah.
hear anyone? Oh, jeez.
No.
All right, let's enter on into this Fight Club section. One of the things people love to debate about is who would win in a fight. Would it be the Grinch or Abed as Batman?
Probably Abed.
Here's the night.
There's that
He's
speech he does that's really good where he ends an episode as Batman, the Halloween episode,
Mhm.
and it's I have a shirt with the whole speech, but it's basically him just saying like who am I? Am I a bird? No, I'm a bat. I'm Batman. It's a great speech. Everyone should
I know
listen to it.
exactly which one you're talking about.
Also,
So
the
in our-
bloopers are fantastic.
So in our Fight Club section, we indulge ourselves and talk about who would win in a mythological fight to the death. We will pit this week's subject against one we discussed in an earlier podcast, with our lead mythologist, myself, defending the creature. And I get to challenge either one of the two of you.
Challenge Valia.
Bow
Just
wow.
for that, I'm going to challenge Valia, because I do anything Dylan tells me to do.
I accept
The
your challenge
moon
to the death.
is
Alright.
beautiful.
First, we'll go over stats for this creature. So, its special abilities, its strengths, are Scary Chains, Whip, and Hellbasket. And it's vulnerable to behaving children. Can't
Is,
really
it,
do much to them.
is the Hellbasket his nutsack?
I don't think so.
That's what my dad calls it.
I call it a bread basket, if you know what I'm saying.
No, what do you mean?
Keep a couple rolls in there.
Hey,
Barbarian rolls.
hot and toasty.
For his strength, I think Krampus, well, he's half goat, so he's going to have a high strength already. Half demon, that's only got to help. He's kind of a monstrous large creature.
6.
Described as monstrously beautiful and fiercely savage. I've got to go 6.
6.
We're going
He's
6.
got that goat strength and demon nuts.
For speed, I don't know
3.
if he's necessarily fast. Yeah, I was going to say maybe...
2.
Well, he needs to outrun
2.
children to catch them.
1.
I'm going to say 4.
2.
I'll take it 2.
I'm going not 2.
Let's go 3.
He's not slower than a person.
Let's go
Maybe
3.
so.
Some
faster.
democracy this is.
Let's go 3.
Fine, 3.
This is not the Obama's America I remember.
For intelligence, I don't know if he's necessarily smart, but he's got to be smart enough to know if someone's been bad. So, I mean, he's got that goat intelligence. I'm going to say 5.
I'm going to say I agree with you.
Yeah, I'd take a 5.
Let's give it a 4.
It's just like douchey more than anything.
Yeah. Durability, I'm going to go upwards. He's a demon of some sort, and he wouldn't be around killing children as long as he has if he didn't have some good durability. I'm gonna be so bold as to say 8.
I'll do an 8. What does that add up to?
6.
22.
22.
Total of
Pretty
22.
low.
Yeah, he's not super strong.
He's got that hellhound money, if you know what I mean.
Is DJ
Well,
Khaled about to
that's
run
some
in
real
here?
flashback. Hellhound episode 2.
Dude, episode 2, the OG.
DJ Khaled.
Alright, name that creature, Dylan. What does Volya get?
Let's do El Hydra. Let's get a Hydra up in this.
Los Hidralos?
Yeah. What? Man, I'm looking at this picture you posted for the Hydra. Who fought the Hydra? I should know this. Boy, you don't have many tails in there for El Hydra.
Why do they have tails?
I mean, like, Tale.
He just has YouTube videos of the Hydra and GTA San Andreas.
That jet thing.
It's like 14 videos of it.
Whoever fought the Hydra, though, he's got his nutsack, like, ready to go. He's got his hell basket presented.
Give that hell basket a smack.
So, for this Hydra.
That was
When I find
Hercules,
this on
by
the
the way.
thing.
It literally says Hercules below it.
Hydra has the mortal head. It's a reminder, it's got like 9 heads. And the one in the middle is mortal. The other ones, if you cut them off, 2 will grow. But you have to cut off all the heads before you can cut off that last one. Its vulnerability. Its special is head growth, which I just discussed. It can
Head growth?
spit blood, fire, acid, poison, and the sickest rhymes on the East Coast.
Biggie better watch out.
Well, I mean, we all know what happened to Biggie. The Hydra took his
Diabetes?
ass.
Oh, not diabetes.
Yeah, that's a conspiracy, right? He just died of diabetes.
I don't know
on
if
the
that's a
way back from the
conspiracy.
club.
I'm pretty sure he died because he was shot.
How many times? Like 6 times?
Remember? Diabetes could have been in there, sure. But I'm pretty sure the
it might have
death
been.
was the shooting.
Keep going on the Hydra. The strength is 5. The speed is 7. The intelligence is 3. And the durability is 6. For a
Ultra
grand
durable.
total of 21. Alright, set the scene for us, Dylan.
We got the seaside, some seashells. Sandy's doing her thing. The
Stealing my
tide
jokes again.
has receded. Did you do that one too? God damn it. I'm so uncreative.
Guess we're back at the same beach.
So yeah, seaside, different beach on the shores of Ireland. You know that seaweed that you see on the beach sometimes? There's a lot of that stuff around this time.
Kelp?
Oh, it's kind of gross.
Not kelp, you fucking imbecile. Seaweed.
Kelp?
Alright, choose between 1 and 20.
10.
Do it, Adam. Do it.
11.
Oh man, if someone would have picked 20, Adam wins. It was 15.
Yeah.
Alright, go. We're doing a speed round.
Alright.
Anything above 15 is mortal.
Krampus is just spending his day. It's off season. He has 5 more days before he has to do any real work, killing kids and eating them and all that stuff. He only eats once a year, and it's just a bunch of kids all on that one day. So he's just hanging out by the sea, looking out at the water, thinking about the best area to enter it when you're drowning a kid. And then he sees this fucking like dragon lizard ugly fuck coming out, and he's like,
Wow.
No, you're gross, you're a bad boy, you've killed. And then bring out the chains, and I want to strike fear in its heart as I start waving it around very fearsomely.
You're bringing out the chains or the basket?
I have the chains right now. The chains are just
okay.
used to scare people in a dramatic way.
So am I rolling for you swinging these things around? Because
I want to scare it. I want to put fear in its heart.
It has been scared. Fear is not the first thing on its mind, but it's like, boy, I don't really feel like tussling with that old man.
So, in its hesitance and its fear from me, I dive at it, and I just, one hand on the one neck, and I just rip it off.
Rip its neck off?
Yep, I'm ripping its head off from the neck.
You rip a head off. It's not the middle one, but you take a head off.
I gotta take the other ones out first.
It's destroyed. This head. You know, have you ever watched that show Super Jail on Adult Swim?
No.
Where like someone will grab someone's head, and it's just like the blood and the gore and everything just squeezes through the fingers, like you're squeezing Jello. That's what happens to this head. Just
nice.
Obliterated, but it's only 1 out of 8, 9.
Gotcha. It's very beautiful. I
don't
like
I don't know if I've explained how much this head is destroyed, Adam. Let me go into this a bit more. Go ahead, Paulie.
I go for an immediate throat rip. Throat rip. Throat rip. Throat rip.
What part of his throat?
The throat.
Upper or lower?
The throat.
Man, you do some serious damage on that throat. You're hurting.
Any specifics?
He needs a Ricola. Let me just put it that way.
Nice.
I'm very upset at my damaged throat, and I go,
You got some big cuts in there. This could be life-threatening if not treated.
I pull out my handy dandy hot glue gun, and I glue those cuts shut.
What are you, a life hacker on YouTube?
Yes. I have a channel. Krampus Pro Tips.
Oh, it'll work for now. You put a lot of glue in there. It stings you quite a bit though, because it's really hot.
It just makes me angrier.
But
and
you're like,
that's. Is that the only noises I can make? I can't talk.
while you're putting the glue on, that's what you do.
Oh, okay.
But then afterwards, you're pretty raspy. You could use a couple Ricola. This episode sponsored by.
I say, you're
Benny
dead, lizard. And then I smash 2 heads together.
Fuck, man. Oh, man. Those heads. You ever seen a video of an atom bomb dropping? Well, that's not what happens. But these heads, it's just a massacre.
You remember
you remember in Boondock Saints when they shoot that cat on accident? And it just fucking explodes.
Yes.
That's what happens. It's just gore all over the beach.
So I died?
No, you still have, what is it?
You lost 3 heads, so you have 6 left.
You had 6 heads.
Cool.
I'm trying to get my way through.
What'd you yell again? Whatever it was, you yell it perfectly.
Okay, cool.
I
said, you're dead, lizard.
Now that this fight is really heating up, I yell, "You've come to die with your city." And then
yes.
He has to roll really high. I don't think the Hydra can talk.
Is that a Bane thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
You say, you look shitty.
No one knew who I was until I put on my mask.
Alright. You
And
say
then
you look shitty.
And then I go for another throat rip. Instant death.
What is that? The only thing you got? You can spit poison and rhymes over here.
I really want the throat rip kill, and I gotta use my chances while I get him.
Boy, I tell you what, Adam. If this goes poorly for you, it's gonna go well for Volya.
That's like when a commentator at a soccer game says, like, "Oh, we really could use a goal here," because tell you what, the team with more goals typically does win.
It's true, typically.
Like,
I mean, there was that one game where the team who scored more goals didn't win. Anyway, you break a couple of your claws off trying to grab his neck.
damn.
You miss completely.
I'm
You
gonna
hit it
get
on
this
some
throat
seaweed.
rip. One episode. You wait.
All right.
All right.
Just you.
I really need to get my cloven hooves and nice thick thighs into this.
Dude.
So
Sick.
I'm going to jump up and
Because
just leg grip on one of the heads and land on it and push it down into the water, drowning it.
All right. You grip it, but it bites you good on the leg, and you have to let go.
It didn't work. My special drowning didn't work.
guess what I'm gonna
I'm
do?
very upset.
Right up on your upper thigh. Right up on there.
Guess what
I
I'm gonna
see
do?
a passing cowboy and I go, please, I need you to suck out the venom.
Why
And then
cowboy
he does it.
specifically?
And what?
Why cowboy specifically?
Then he does it, and then I say, thanks, guy. And then I buy him a gun later in Valentine.
I didn't say we were at Ram Ranch, but we could be.
All right. I say, you see the dark as your ally. And then I go for a throat rip.
Oh man, that could have been good.
What?
You give that speech about how, you know why I like knives, that type of thing,
Yeah.
and then you start yelling, "Hit me! Hit me! Hit me!" Also, what was the other thing you said? Throat rip?
Throat
You-
rip.
You break off more nails. You rolled the exact same thing.
This is not going well for me.
I turn. So I was kind of faced away, so I turned around and I'm like, "You want to be hit? Oh, you're gonna be hit." And I
You're
bring
gonna do
out
him.
my
I go,
switch.
what? I didn't hear that. What?
I bring
Hold
out
on,
my
hold on.
switch.
Oh fuck! He didn't hear you say that. Let's just say that.
Okay, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. I bring out my switch, and then I just start, like, I unhook it so the Joy-Cons aren't on it anymore. So I have 3 projectiles, and I just toss them, one at each head, with Django, when he shoots the lady, Django Unchained, and she just
flies
goes
to the
flying.
left.
Yeah, that's gonna be the head, like fully formed, but it's gonna detach the body and just go flying off at a really weird angle. All 3 heads.
He's got 6 heads left, right?
Yes.
All right. So you're doing 3 heads.
Yes.
You're gonna do a ricochet attack on these heads. Oh man! You hit yourself in the eye, and you can't use that eye anymore.
Oh. That's very unfortunate.
All right. Throat
I'm
rip.
very upset at this, and my switch probably broke.
Now
There's
that
some water on
you're a little bit blinded, it's a little bit darker for you. I say,
That's
you merely
not how
adopted the dark.
blindness works.
it.
I was born in it. Molded by it. And then I go for a throat rip.
I say, I just want to reply quick. What the fuck are you talking about? You started this fight with 9 times as many eyes as me.
And I reply back, what? What? I didn't catch that. And then I go for a throat rip.
What'd you say? You yell again?
I go, what? I didn't quite catch that.
You say, "Peace has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you." That's it.
No, you gotta
And,
inflect in a different spot, man.
defeated
has
you.
defeated you.
You
What are
cut
you, a
open those wounds
gypsy?
again. Those wounds are fresh. Adam's all out of glue. You don't fear death. You welcome it. Your punishment must be severe.
More severe.
Oh man, I sound like a Harry Potter character instead of fucking Bane. Oh,
I get
I
get
was an
very
exception.
I get very upset at my throat being ripped open a little bit more, and I pull the chains out, and I try to say, "Now I mean business," but I doubt it comes out that way. It's probably more like, "Now I mean business."
All
I
right.
go, what? What did you say?
Repeat that again. The move you did.
I just pulled my chains out. Didn't do the move yet. I
The
just
chains
now I mean
are out,
business.
and
Yeah.
you mean business.
And then I jump on its back. I'm on its back, and I wrap the chains around all 6 heads. And I'm like, if I can't beat you one at a time, I'll kill all of them at a time. And I just pull the chains tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter till all the heads pop off.
All right, here we go. Oh shit! Those fucking heads are gone.
Pop,
You
pop,
say,
pop, pop, pop.
well, congratulations. You got yourself caught. Now, what's the next step in your master plan? Crashing this plane with no survivors. That's what happens. The announcer in the sky.
Why
goes
shoot a
in.
man?
The heads explode in a cloud of gore. You were
I,
showered with it.
There must
I
be one
sit
of us
there.
in the wreckage, brother.
I sit there heaving as I'm tired.
I can't believe you guys know so many lines from this movie. You're not looking these up, right?
I actually have not looked up any.
That's hilarious. Peace has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you.
Defeated you. Inflect.
I sound
Come on.
like a British
Did you not take an
man.
acting class ever?
Never. Believe it or not.
Disappointing.
So I'm heaving there. Krampus is heaving over the body. And he's like, this'll make a good new basket. And then I just use the Hydra's corpse to make a new basket. And I sit there and I'm in like a leather working class. And I make a basket. Can you roll for that, please?
Yes.
As he's
Right.
rolling, I say, like, as I'm dying, because I can still speak a little bit, I go,
I bring your mortal
now
head
you
with
have
me.
my permission to die.
You fashion
Despite the fact
a
that I'm
quality basket from this, but it's constantly seeping poison,
Oh,
just
Oh.
like your mother.
dying. Seep that poison.
that's gotta make it worse for the kids. I'm fine with that.
Alright, so I'm
Fair
defeated.
enough. You have been defeated.
I died with my city.
Your precious armory, gratefully accepted. We will need it.
By the League of Shadows.
Ah, yes. I was wondering what would break first.
Your spirit or your body?
Oh, your body.
There's a ton of quotes from this movie.
That's what we should call this episode. The Dark Knight Rises. And now we can, because I said it.
This
Yeah,
blocks
so-
the remote detonator signal to the bomb. Get it onto it before sunrise. They might hit the button when it starts.
Are you a
When
dragon?
what starts? War.
Alright, let's finish this. The basket has
That was
been
quite
put
good.
under the Christmas tree. The lights have been turned down. TBS is playing 24 Hours of a Christmas Story.
Of course
Gently.
it is.
Christmas music playing on a radio in the background. The
Daybreak.
fireplace crackling.
83 degrees west. Sunshine burst.
There you have it,
18.5.
folks. That's our last episode of the year. But not really, because we have a secret special episode coming out for you. As you may know, this episode was released in the same week as our last episode. Because we wanted to make sure we still got you all 30 episodes that we promised you. I'm sure one of us said we promised you 30 episodes. Even if it was just me right now for the first time.
I promised 31 episodes.
Well, guess what, Falia? We're going to have 31 episodes.
I said
The
32
31st episode, this one's going to be for you after Christmas. I also said that this would be 5 days till Christmas, but it's not going to be 5 days till Christmas. Whoops. So this launched on the 13th, so in 2 weeks we will return, because we need to give you 1 whole week to vote. Vote on what, you might ask? Anyone ask it? Go ahead.
Your mom?
Vote on what, you might ask?
Yeah, good question, Dylan. You're going to vote on your favorite mythological creature that we talked about, because we're going to have a year in review episode where we look back on the creatures, because we went through a lot of them. 30 episodes? Do the math. That's 30 creatures. So we want to do a little quick review, and with that is going to be an awards ceremony. What type of rewards will there be, you might ask?
What type of rewards might there be, you might ask?
Yes, good question. We'll have best guest award, of course. We've had several over the years, so we're gonna try to figure out who our best one is. I mean, I hate to say this in front of you, Valia, but yeah, there's gonna be an award for it. Hopefully, you win. We of course are gonna have what's the best fight that we've done? Best one so far. Possibly the most pathetic myth. Maybe there's a pathetic creature. And of course, we gotta do best myth of all. What our favorite one was. And in all of that, we will also have a fan favorite myth. And that's what we need you, the listeners, to do for us. We will open up a Google survey on the same day that this episode launches. And you can fill out...
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
She can't help us.
And you will choose up to 3 creatures that you want to vote for. We will collect all the votes and we'll see who the fan favorite is. And don't tell anyone else on this, but I made it so you can vote as many times as you want if there's a creature you really want to win.
Can we vote for Bane? Can we write
cannot
in
vote
Bane?
for Bane.
Come on.
We
Democracy.
did not do Bane.
Take back your city, Gotham.
So, get out there and vote.
In real life, too.
Yeah. In real life, too.
But
So
mainly in real life.
To wrap this all up. So today we learned about Krampus. And he wished you a very Merry Christmas. As long as you were good. If you were bad, he killed you. By eating, drowning, taking you to hell. Sometimes the punishment was a little less where he just beat you. We talked to Tail about little Jimmy who got taken away because he was a dick. And we found out that Krampus, in a very gruesome fight to the death, would beat the Hydra by ripping off all of its heads. And the Hydra had one move, throat rip, and it didn't succeed with that one. You can hear this episode and more on our website at mythsandmen.com. On there, there's even more. There's a wiki. And on that wiki, there's creature stats, there is descriptions, there are tales. There's anything you could ask for. Anything. Go ahead, ask for something, Dylan.
More Bane quotes.
Okay, those aren't out there yet.
Oh, okay.
What about you, Valia? Ask for something on the wiki.
I'm going to ask for more Bane quotes.
Shit. Okay, so we might get more Bane quotes on the wiki.
We should
Just
really
have
do
a
a
Bane
Bane
with them.
podcast.
Chicken crust.
If you've enjoyed what you've heard and think we did a good job in giving you a laugh or two, please take a moment to give us a rating and review so that more people can find this podcast and we can prosper together. You can find us on iTunes at itunes.mythsandmen.com or on Stitcher at stitcher.mythsandmen.com. And you can tell your friends about us because the best way to travel is by word of mouth.
I don't know
For
if
updated
that's right.
news, it
Go
is.
ahead.
It's the best way. That's how germs travel. That's a joke from a couple episodes ago.
Oh.
For updated news, follow us on Twitter at Myths and Men or by going to our Facebook page of Myths and Men. You can find these links and more in our show notes. And if you have a suggestion for a creature that we should talk about, contact us through our website or leave a suggestion in a review. And we hope to see you next week when we talk about nothing, because we're not going to be here next week. So
That's
in 2
right.
weeks, 2 weeks, we're returning December 27th. We will have Of Myths and Men first award show, our year in review for 2018. And we will see you then when we talk about what we all talked about already.
Clip show.
Clip show, because we're lazy. Goodbye.
I'm Gotham.
Bottle episode. Gotham's
Go.
Reckoning.
All right.
Commissioner Gordon.
The music you heard on this podcast is called Call to Adventure by Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech.com. It is licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license.
Where are they? Where's the trigger? Where is it? Where's
What?
the trigger?
The trigger?
Yeah, he says that to Bane.
He says, where are the other trucks?
No, he says, where's the trigger also? When he has the
No,
trigger.
he says Rachel.
He also says,
Rachel.
"Where's
where's the
Rachel?"
other trucks, Rachel?
He says, where's the trigger when Bane has the trigger for the frickin' bomb?
But he's asking Rachel throughout the whole movie where the other trucks are. Why would he be asking Bane anything?
Why does it matter where the trucks are if he can find the trigger? The trigger's the main point at that stage when they're fighting already.
But not if he
this
can't
is
save
a
Two-Faced
Batman
Harvey
event.
Dent before he turns into Two-Faced Harvey Dent.
What? We are not talking about the same movie.
All I want to know is where the other trucks are. Adam,
I just
where are
want
the
to
other
know where
trucks?
Rachel is. I don't care about triggers or trucks.
Well, Rachel was in the warehouse the whole time.
How am I supposed to know that? You think I
I mean,
watched
come
the
on, Adam.
movie?
He's Luis.
Here's a question.
You know, he's not the
Here's a
hero we
question.
deserve. He's the hero we need.